What's up guys, Agent Elman here. I just wanted to make a quick video about DPS. I've been seeing a lot of people posting on the forums and tweeting about looking at a weapon on the ground and examining it and seeing that that weapon actually raises your DPS, and then when they look at it in their inventory, it shows that its actual DPS is lower. And what I wanted to explain is that sometimes these weapons are comparing its DPS to a weapon in your inventory that you might have equipped or might not have equipped, but it's still a DPS increase. And I wanted to talk about the factors that go into why it thinks that it's a DPS increase. So if I go into my inventory right now, I don't have any examples for you that are an increase in DPS, but I will show you this particular example. This gun actually dropped for me, and when I looked at it in the inventory, it showed a lower DPS. And one of the factors you wanna take into consideration is that sometimes you have a mod on your weapons or mods on your weapons that will increase the DPS and throughput value of that weapon. So you have an extended mag, you have a grip on it, you have a compensator or some kind of mod on it or scope that will increase its DPS, and on face value that will make that particular weapon higher in DPS for you. So every time you look at your weapons, let's say I look at my LVOA, I have a lot of mods on it. If I go into my mods right now, you can see that you know, a lot of this stuff will increase its overall DPS. So what you want to look for in a weapon, when you get it, it'll say that it has a higher DPS, but when you look at it in your inventory, it's a lower DPS. You actually want to look at its actual damage numbers. So for example, I just pressed triangle to compare, and I can see that the damage of the LVOA is higher than the L86 that I'm looking at right now, and that would make it a higher DPS. But it actually does lower DPS if that weapon is not equipped with mods. So what I like to do when I see a weapon that has a higher DPS and I loot it, I will look at its damage number, and if it has a higher damage number, then I could be confident that it's an increase in DPS. And what I will do is I will go into the weapon and I will hit, you know, R stick to strip it. And then once I've stripped it, I will put the mods that I had on that weapon, and I'll put on the new weapon, and then we can see how it's an increase in DPS. And then you will see the final number for its DPS. The DPS is factoring in RPM, it's factoring in damage, and it's factoring mods. So when you see a DPS number that says it's a lower DPS because it's obviously not modded. But when you see it on the ground and you're about to loot it, and it says it's a higher it has that green arrow pointing up, that means it's a higher damage. So before you guys go deconstructing or marking as junk or selling those weapons, take a closer look at its damage, and you'll 9 times out of 10 find a weapon that has a higher damage number, and you'll be able to mod it out so that it has higher DPS. So pay attention to that, guys. I just wanted to make this quick video just so you guys are not confused about picking up weapons that say it's a higher damage, but then you look at it and it's a lower DPS. Don't forego those weapons. Take a good look at every single weapon, especially its talents too. Like down here, you know, ferocious is a great talent to have. And so when you're looking at weapons and you're comparing about weapons, don't pay so much attention to the DPS underneath the weapon over here, but pay attention to the damage numbers and the stats and the talents when you inspect a weapon or when you're comparing it one weapon to another. In any case, I hope that was helpful to you guys. I know this is probably obvious to a lot of people, but I just wanted to make this video just for the small few that were just confused as to what they were seeing. They reported it as a bug when they see loot and they say it's a higher DPS, but when they go to equip it, it's a lower DPS. But just wanted to clear that up. If that was helpful in any way, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you beautiful people later. Take care.